Hello, my sweet book besties. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna, and today we are doing a little book things vlog. I have not done one of these doing book things vlogs in a hot minute. Literally, like, I think since before I got pregnant. So it's been literal months since we've had a little doing book things video on this channel, and it was time to change that, okay? I've missed doing it. I feel like you guys really enjoy these videos, and I have a lot of bookish things to do on my list. First things first that we are going to do in this video is go book shopping at Barnes & Noble. Am I in need of any new books? No. My husband literally just took me shopping last weekend, and I got a new few books, or can I speak? Few new books. But Barnes & Noble just hits different, even just like walking around there, seeing what's new. And who knows, I may leave with a few books. We will just have to see. I said this in my last book shopping video, but my husband like feels so bad that I've had such a rough pregnancy, and he really just like cannot say no to me when it comes to anything now that I'm pregnant. So if I'm like, I want a book, he's gonna buy me the book. But we'll see if anything even catches my eye at Barnes & Noble. Even if I don't get anything, I just love going to look at books and add them to my like want to read list. So we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble. That's the first thing we're gonna do in this video. If I do end up getting anything, I will of course give you a haul afterwards. Other things on the agenda for today's bookish things video is updating my reading journal, because I have not done that with you guys in a hot minute as well, and I definitely need to do it. I also need to make a new TBR bingo board. My one for the spring/summer is completed, so I want to make one fall themed. Let's see, I have another just like collective book haul of the other books I've gotten in the last month, and also like a really cool bookish package that I got recently, so I will be doing a haul of those books and also what I got. I'll probably do a book unhaul because I do plan on going to my local indie bookstore somewhat soon, and if you guys have seen any of my book shopping vlogs where I go to my indie bookstore, they do offer store credit for trading in used books. So I like to get books off of my shelf that either I didn't enjoy or I don't plan on ever rereading, so then they can find a new home and I can get a little bit of store credit for it. And I don't know, there might be some other stuff. I might have to reorganize my fantasy bookshelf a little bit because I've been reading a lot more fantasy lately, so I feel like it's getting a little bit disorganized, so I might need to reorganize that. I don't know, I think it's just gonna be a fun bookish weekend, you know, doing things that obviously don't need to be done, like book shopping, but I do have a few other little bookish chores to take care of, so I want to do those this weekend. So yeah, this is going to be my little doing book things vlog. Everything bookish other than actually reading. If you want to see me reading, I have plenty of reading vlogs on my channel for that. But let's go book shopping at Barnes & Noble.
You see?
Well, I can see.
It's right in front of your face. Look down.
Oh, no. Ew. This is a dystopian romance that I read before it was traditionally published, and now it's out. This sounds like it would be perfect for the fall time.
Nothing.
I know how you feel about that.
It's a movie, that's for sure.
I love cross stitching. This would be perfect. Also, I just got the regular edition of these, but the blue edition Alright, it is the next day. I did not end up getting any books yesterday in Barnes & Noble, but I do have a little stack here of a little collective book haul, I guess. Just books not from Barnes & Noble yesterday. So I thought I could go through these quickly, and then also I have a little bookish package thing to show you that I got as well. But the first book we have here is 1,000 Little Goodbyes. This is supposed to be a very, very sad romance. I don't think romance really. I think more like a woman's fiction. So this is a story about friendship, it sounds like. One of the friends, I think she must be dying of cancer or something. So she is going on this road trip with her lifelong best friend, but she's not really like admitting the truth as to why they're going on this road trip. So yeah, I actually don't think this sounds like a romance whatsoever. Probably more so just like a story about women's friendship and just how powerful that can be. So definitely sounds like a book that could make me cry. And this was an ARC sent to me, but it has come out already. But thank you so much to Sourcebooks for sending me an ARC of this. The next book I got was also sent to me, this one from Bloom Books. It is The Fall Affair. Just like look at how fun and fallish, I don't know if that was the right word to use, but just it looks like a fun fall book, okay? This one is also an ARC, but it doesn't give me a date as to when it comes out, just sometime in August. But this one is kind of like an opposites attract, forced proximity romance that takes place in Tuscany. I think the female main character, she is trying to like escape her hustle and bustle of life in New York, like her job, a failed relationship. So I think like her grandma owns an estate in Tuscany, so she's there fixing it up. That is where she meets the male main character, and I don't think they really get along at first, but obviously it's a romance, so we know how that's gonna go. Thank you, Bloom Books, for sending me an ARC of this. And then my husband did take me to Target a few weeks ago or last weekend, I don't know exactly, and he got me a few books. The first one I got, like I was saying earlier, is Sunrise on the Reaping. It just came out in paperback, which I have been waiting a little bit impatiently for, because like the movie is coming out very, very soon and I have not read the book yet. And also like Haymitch is one of my favorite Hunger Games characters, so I know this book like emotionally destroys people, but I'm so excited to finally be able to read it because I was waiting for it to come out in paperback. I also love the beautiful purple cover, and this is Target exclusive. I don't know, it says bonus content. I don't know if it'll be like an extra chapter or something. I really don't know. But yeah, I will definitely be reading this in September. And then the other book that I picked out at Target is Falling Like Leaves. Just look at this cover. Like, that is adorable. Look at the little cat. Are you joking? This is a YA romance, actually, I think. Perfect for anyone who starts up their annual Gilmore Girls rewatch at the first sign of fall. I don't know, this just seems like a super little cozy fall romance that I think will be the perfect palate cleanser. And I have heard good things about that one. And then for book of the month, I guess I'll show you what my main pick was for August 1st. So I chose The Poison Daughter. This is a romantasy and it is huge. This is the biggest book I've ever gotten from Book of the Month. It is 650 pages. I'm currently reading this for a reading vlog that should be out like a few days after this vlog, I'm pretty sure. So stay tuned for that because I am really, really loving this book. I'm about 30% into it right now, and it is just such a good romantasy. Our main character, Harlow, she has this like magical power where her kiss is poison, so anyone she kisses will die because there is poison to her kiss. She finds out that she is getting married off to like a rival kingdom, kind of, territory, not kingdom, but like a territory. And it turns out her like future husband is the one person who she can't kill with this like poisonous kiss because she has tried and it hasn't worked. So this book has just been so good so far, and that's all I'm gonna say for now. And then I did get an add-on for Book of the Month this month because it was finally back in stock. Or I don't know if it was even out of stock, but like Book of the Month changed their interface and the app was like so difficult to navigate add-ons because you like couldn't search, you couldn't like see every book in every category. It was just really, really annoying. So I don't know if they just fixed that or if this was out of stock and now it's back in stock. But I did have to get Into the Blue by Emma Brody. I have been wanting to get this book since it came out, which I think was sometime in the spring. But then like I got super sick with pregnancy and just wasn't reading anything, and also this was like sold out or it's hidden, I don't know. I finally saw it, so I had to get it. And this is just supposed to be very, very sad and emotional contemporary romance. It says, it is an epic, decade-spanning love story that blazes through the worlds of acting and comedy and charts a connection so powerful it might just break space and time itself. I'm also very, very excited to read this book very, very soon. And then for the other bookish goodies, I got sent to me Velvet Hammer. They came out with like a little summer collection set. So I have this super cute little pink tote bag from them. And then with it, they sent over this hat, which is super cute. It says tropical vacation, like get it? Like tropes, like book tropes, tropical vacation, like so cute for the summertime. Obviously we're getting near the end of summer, but still, regardless, so cute. And then they also included a book with it, which I actually already have this book, so I'll be doing a giveaway of this copy. This is a Requiem for Fallen Stars by Hazel S. Wilkes, and this is a romantasy book. And I guess if you guys don't know what Velvet Hammer is, I can't remember if I'm pretty sure I've talked about them on my channel before, like a few months ago. But basically they make bookish themed drink pouches. I don't really know how to describe it, but you know, when you get like a little pouch of like water flavoring, that's what they make, but it's bookish. So they make these little like elixirs. Comes in this super cute box that literally looks like a book. And then let's see, you get 15 little pouches. This is their electrolyte elixir, and it is pink lemonade flavor. All super good, clean ingredients. So yeah, I just thought this was the cutest little bookish package to receive. So thank you so much, Velvet Hammer. And that is all for my little book haul, but I also have books I am unhauling, so I will show you those quick as well. All right, first up, I am getting rid of Wildfire and Daydream by Hannah Grace. I absolutely loved Icebreaker, but these two books just were not it for me. They're both like 3 stars, and I gave Icebreaker, I'm pretty sure 5 stars, which granted it was like 4 years ago I think when I read Icebreaker. But yeah, these were just not as good to me whatsoever, so I am getting rid of these. I'm keeping my Icebreaker copy though, because like I said, I love Icebreaker. And then I am getting rid of 2 books by K.L. Walter, Maybe Meant to Be, and then What Happens After Midnight. Like, these weren't bad books, but again, they're just kind of like 3-star ratings. Like, I'm never gonna read them again. I'm not really gonna think about these characters or anything. But again, like, just like with Hannah Grace, I love one of the books by this author that I've read, The Summer of Broken Rules, but these books just did not hit the same for me, unfortunately. So I will be getting rid of them. Hopefully they find a better home than what I've been giving them. And then I have Soul Gazer. This is actually like a good book. Like, I did not dislike this book or anything. I think I gave it like a 3 or 3.5 star rating. This is a romantasy, and I did enjoy my time with this, but like, I'm not going to continue the series. Like, I didn't enjoy it enough for that. And like I said, I'm never going to reread it. So super gorgeous cover though. And then again, another book that I enjoyed my time with, but I'm never going to reread it, and I'm not really gonna think about it, is The Witches of Dubious Origin. Again though, like, beautiful cover. Like, this cover is absolutely stunning. I am obsessed with it. Very, very cozy, witchy fantasy, but I definitely can clear it off of my shelf and make room for a book that I love. This next one was a DNF, and I just don't think I'm ever gonna pick it back up and try again. Like, it had my attention for a little bit, and then it just lost my attention completely, and I just don't think I would end up enjoying it and like continuing the series just based on how I was feeling when I DNF'd it. That is The Courting of Bristol Keats. It's even like the cute sprayed edge edition. Lastly, I absolutely hated this book. Maybe you guys saw my reading vlog on this, but it is The Shrouded Queen. Like, we're we're not even gonna get into this. I don't want to think about that book. Okay. So that is my little book haul and unhaul. You know what? I think I'm actually getting rid of more books than I have or that I got. But that's probably all for tonight. I will probably do my reading journal and my bingo board tomorrow. So I will see you then. Alright guys, it is the next day. I just updated my reading journal, which you saw me do, but I thought I would kind of explain what I did, even though it's very, very self-explanatory if you watched it. But this is just kind of like what my process is. Also, I was going to print out my, can I turn to the page? My July TBR versus what I actually read in July, but my printer has issues, you guys, and my printer was not cooperating today. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to print and do that, and also was not able to like print my bingo board. So yeah, I will have to do that at a later date. But like the rest of my process is I try to kind of stay on like a weekly basis of updating my reading journal other than like the monthly spreads. So you guys saw me update what I finished last week, which was Pineapple Street, and then the Cafe of Infinite Doors, which you will see in a reading vlog later this week. So I just go through, I write down what number book that is of the year. So I have read 85 books so far this year, which is actually insane, and I honestly don't know how that has happened. Definitely way ahead of what I was kind of planning on reading this year, but that's okay. So then I just go in with the title, the author, the genre that it's in, and then my star rating. And then this little reading log kind of helps set me up for like other spreads in the journal, because then I have my monthly tracker, so this just tracks how many books I read per month. But then I have my genre tracker. So like I said, writing down the genre in my reading log kind of helps, because I can refer to that when I go and fill this out. So as we can see, romance and fantasy are definitely leading so far this year. But I do have like a good mix of a lot of other genres. So like I wonder if all of these added up, like what that would equal. It's a pretty good amount. So I did not have anything to update for my series tracker at this moment. I did go ahead and update my book of the year, because this is one of like the monthly things I do. And my favorite book in July was Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. So that won. So we'll have to see what wins in August. I already have an inkling of what is going to win in August. I didn't update anything with these spreads because I would have to print stuff out. Same with these. I updated my physical TBR. My physical TBR definitely needs a can I speak? A bit of a revamp, because I have unhauled quite a few of these books on here. So I'm gonna have to go through and honestly make more space, because I don't have a lot left and I know I'm gonna be getting more books. So I realized I did this off camera, but I did fill out my books bought versus books received, so added the titles onto this page. I don't think I showed this. This is my book club spread. Once I got super sick in May, me and my sister-in-law, we have not done our book club since then. So maybe we can start that back up in September. Otherwise, if we don't, I think I'll just make this like my buddy read with Caitlin, because that's like our two-person book club. I did get to cross off Pineapple Street off of my 26 books for 2026, so that felt pretty good. I still have a lot though, honestly. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I hope so. Obviously, I hope so. That's always like my intention, but I'm scared because I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books. So we're just over halfway, which I guess isn't too bad considering it's August, but I don't know, I'm still a little bit intimidated by reading all of these books, but I'm just gonna try to do my best. And then finally I ended off with my reading goal, where I color in the star rating of every book I've read. So both of the books I read last week were 3.5 stars, so I colored them green for 3 stars. And we just have a very beautiful looking bookshelf here. A lot of blue, a lot of green. It's good because those are like 3 and 4 stars. I would love some more yellow because yellow is 5 star. But like we don't have a lot of 1 star or 2 star, which is good because that, obviously, who wants to read a 1 or 2 star book? So that is my whole reading journal update as of right now. And that's all the bookish stuff I wanted to achieve in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel down below to see more of my content. And I will see you back very, very soon in just a few days with a very exciting reading vlog. Bye!